Well, it's a couple days past the 15th of October, so that means it's time for Cap's Recap, my monthly little channel update series. This one's coming a bit late because I was grappling with the idea of even doing a channel update this month, and I figured, might as well. Don't really have much to talk about, but here goes. Current uploads, everything will be going fine, hopefully, as long as I can keep up with recordings. Thankfully, I have a nice little backlog of videos on certain things. Until Dawn will be wrapping up by the end of the month, and Batman, Danganronpa, and Falsebound Kingdom will just be going on as normal. As far as the weekly spooky indie games go, we got 2 more coming up, well, obviously. And hopefully the 2 I have in mind will be able to avoid another Layers of Fear issue where I'm unable to record them at a decent frame rate. Though I still have a couple backup games just in case. As for Halloween Day itself, that's just going to be a little special day, where it's going to be a day of special little videos, namely videos relating to the little indie games I've been playing this month where applicable. So for example, one video that'll go up that day will be the remaining paths and endings of Neverending Nightmares, while another video will be a hopefully successful run of World of Horror. Still grappling with the concept of uploading the failed first video or not, because it's just nothing but me being confused for like 20 minutes. But yeah, there's that. As far as upcoming things go, once Until Dawn is over, I will be starting Super Mario Sunshine. But aside from that, it's going to be a while before the other things can start, because Danganronpa is a fairly long game. Though to be fair, I'm almost done with Chapter 1 in terms of uploads. But yeah, aside from that, Falsebound Kingdom, I'm going to be playing that for a minute. And I'm not sure how far into Arkham City I am. Well, I mean, obviously it's not that far, and like, I don't know how long the game is itself, but if it's about as long as Arkham Asylum, it shouldn't be on here for too long. I don't know. But then on my completionist nature, I'm going to probably try and do all the side missions and stuff. Yeah, well, we'll get to that when we get to it. But yeah, whenever one of those ends, I will be starting up Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages and Seasons. And if you're not familiar with those games, they're able to be linked up. Like, let's say you played and beat Ages first, then you would get a password that you could input into Seasons, and then you could play an enhanced version of that, where you have like some items and like things from Ages showing up in that file of Seasons, and then you'll get like also special cutscenes and whatnot. And then once you beat that enhanced version of Seasons, you go to like a special dungeon where you fight Ganondorf. And the same happens vice versa if you beat Seasons first and then use the password to play an enhanced version of Ages. I actually contemplated playing both alongside each other and then playing the enhanced versions of each one alongside each other after that, but that's way too time consuming and it probably would be confusing. So I'm just opting to play Ages first, since it's the easier game of the two, and then do the enhanced version of Seasons, and then going from there. But I will be showing off, to the best of my ability, like all the changes that happens, like when you, like, well, if you weren't to link the games together, and, you know, maybe alternate paths and whatnot. But yeah, I have time to work out all the logistics for that, but I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to try and make that a sort of encyclopedic LP in the similar vein of Chugga Conroy. Oh, but yeah, while on the subject of Zelda, that leads me into like other unfinished things on the channel, like Link to the Past and Sonic and Donkey Kong Country 2. Two of those games being summer or 16-bit summer games, so I kind of have no excuse for waiting so long to finish them. In the case of Donkey Kong, it's because I'm a coward, because Animal Antics. I have done every other level in the Lost World except for Animal Antics. I'm just so afraid of doing it. I have grinded up 99 lives, but I'm just afraid to try that level. Not to mention all the editing I'm going to have to do. Oh god, that frightens me. Sonic has been more about laziness, because I kind of don't want to have to deal with the blue sphere stages again, but it's not the worst thing in the world, and Sonic 3 is a short enough game where, like, it's not going to be too difficult for me. And I even said that I will be abusing Super Knuckles throughout all of that, because, hey, I beat the game normally once, you know, that's good enough. Might as well cheese it. And Link to the Past is a little bit of both. Laziness and me being a coward. Because I already know that's going to take a lot to edit as well. But yeah, I just gotta, with lack of a better term, grow up and go ahead and wrap those up. Shouldn't be too difficult in the grand scheme of things. Well, Sonic and Link to the Past definitely won't be. Though I'll be going into Ganon's Tower blind. I've never made it there before. But it shouldn't be too bad. And going into Animal Antics with 99 lives, I'm sure to be able to brute force my way through that section. You know, at least once. It's the section afterward that I'm worried about, because I'll probably be on edge and then I'll make a stupid mistake and have to go through the Squawk section again. I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, I need to hurry up and wrap those up and add my final tally from Sonic to the whole little donation thing that I'm going to do at the end of the year. So yeah, there's that. Oh, and I know I'm jumping all over the place here, but aside from Mario Sunshine and Oracle of Ages / Seasons, which might be starting up next month. Well, I mean, Mario definitely will be, but Ages / Seasons, that's a toss-up. Another game that I'm contemplating starting up next month is the wonderful 101, or 101. I just like saying 101. Less syllables and it rolls off the tongue a little more. But yeah, Wii U game by Platinum Games. It's really good. It deserves a Switch port and a sequel and just everything. It's so good. But to be fair, that's also a relatively short game too, so I could probably just maybe put something on hold for a bit and then just go ahead and do that. Yeah, we'll see. Because the thing with November, I'm going to try to like scale things back a bit. You know, not doing 3 uploads per day. Because that gets kind of too much, so yeah. Yoshi's Woolly World, though, that's still going to be like a December game. Likewise with Lisa, if I still choose to LP that this year. Oh, and I almost forgot, Crash and Mercenary Kings. Mercenary Kings, I decided, is going to be the little, like, series I go back to every now and then that has eluded me for so long. Because I initially wanted to do something like that with Minecraft, but there was never a good time for me to do that. What with my hardware. Because it was like I could play Minecraft well enough, but trying to record it back in the day where I only had fraps, it was not working out. I could only get like tiny render distance. Then I wanted to move on to Terraria, but I wanted to wait for a console version of that, namely the Wii U version, and the Wii U died, and yeah. Then I contemplated doing the same thing with The Binding of Isaac, but for some reason, I cannot commentate that game to save my life. Like, I'd like to consider myself a really good Binding of Isaac player. I mean, I am in the top 17% of daily runners of that game, I'm just saying. But yeah, like, I can't commentate that game. Like, I can talk and play, but I can't, like, I don't know, because I feel like the, what's the word I'm looking for here? With lack of a better term, responsibility to, like, go over what I'm doing or the actions I'm taking, but by the time I, like, done explaining that or why I skipped a certain item or what a certain item does, I'm already in the next room where that information is, like, can be thrown out the window, and then I have to start talking about something else, and it's a mess. Oh, and then also Stardew Valley was a game that I wanted to try and do, like, oh yeah, I can go back to this every now and then, but that kind of fell by the wayside for no real reason. Which is weird because I actually liked Stardew Valley from what I was playing in that, like, 20 or 30 minutes. Granted, I didn't do much, but it seems like a fun game. Hey, it's coming out for Switch, and it's going to have co-op. Well, I mean, I think it's already out for Switch, actually. Yeah, it is. And it does have co-op, so I might revive that. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, Mercenary Kings is going to be something I do every now and then until it's over. And then we'll go from there. And I don't really have much to say about Crash. It'll be going up when it goes up. Getting through Crash 3 won't take much time at all, because that's the easiest game of the trilogy. And we've already beaten the game, so there's nothing stopping me from just uploading those videos now. But anyway, that's it for the main channel. Secondary channel, there really hasn't been much for me to talk about, and granted, if things aren't going so well in the world of gaming news, I can always just do my own thing, like a top 10 or a review or a hot take or something, but just need to find the motivation. I mean, the only big things in terms of gaming news were the loot boxes and Shadow of War, but it's kind of a common consensus that those are awful, and you're not really talking anybody out of them. And IGN buying Humble, but everybody's sort of in the common consensus that there's going to be a horrible idea and nothing good will come of it. But hey, it might, you know, I mean, IGN said they're going to let Humble stay independent, so we'll see. Well, then today, EA did close down Visceral Games, so, who do they even have left? Like BioWare and I don't know. Well, just their, you know, random in-house things like, oh, EA North and EA South. I don't know what all the different EA studios are called. But in terms of like second-party developers, the only ones I can think of right now is BioWare. Oh well, they better watch their back. But yeah, I just need to find the motivation to actually do some more things for that channel and come up with some topics and junk. As for real life, Youmacon is coming up, and I am very, very, very excited for that. Can't wait to spend a crap load of money on manga and anime and other little knickknacks and junk. The list for the dealer halls came out, and oh my god, like, some really good dealers are finally here, or coming back rather, but yeah. Panel-wise, we don't have too many high-profile people. Well, I mean, I say that, but I don't know, the usual people aren't coming this year, like Team 4-Star and Little Karibo. But it's not the end of the world. You know, they deserve a break every now and then. They don't have to show up to every single convention. But either way, it's still looking like it's going to be a good convention. Oh, and second year in a row that they're really inviting YouTubers. Last year they had Tom Fox and Jello Apocalypse. Aside from the convention, not much else has been going on with me. Just waiting to be done paying off these payments on my car repair, so that I can finally start saving up money again. Car repair being related to my subframe that was giving out like a month and a half ago. Not the new car door. That actually didn't cost too much money, but yeah, that subframe, oh my god, that's just rough. So happy my shop that I go to allows installment plans, but still, it's expensive. It is expensive. Job search is going fine too. Haven't found anything yet, but I'm actually getting interviews now, so that's always a good thing. And I'm 99.9% sure the Crash video where I mentioned it is up yet, so might as well say it here. Was interviewed by Microsoft. Didn't work out though. Not down about it though. I mean, more or less, I'm happy that, hey, Microsoft thought I was good enough to interview in the first place. So there's that, you know, glass half full. Not to mention there was just a whole big mess with them in the first place, and they kind of didn't need to interview me, but they still did, so yeah. Like, seriously, a big mix-up. Not gonna go into too many details with that, but essentially, they thought I was someone I wasn't, and then after things cleared up, they still looked at my resume and still decided to give me an interview. So, hey, you know, it all worked out. Well, I mean, it didn't work out because I didn't get a second interview, but, they're still holding on to it, so they might call me back later, who knows? But yeah, I'm actually getting interviews and working with a few recruiters, so things are looking up for me. But enough rambling here, got nothing else to say. Videos will be continuing as normal. Stay tuned for Super Mario Sunshine once Until Dawn is over. And I will see you all next time for something else. Goodbye.